The Cleveland Browns finished the 2024 season with a 3-14 record. Not only did they finish last in the competitive AFC North, they tied for the worst record in the entire NFL. The team was hamstrung by injuries and situations throughout the season. They began the year without their starting running back, Nick Chubb. Then, during the season, they lost their starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson, and later traded away their top wide receiver, Amari Cooper. Ultimately, the team started 4 different quarterbacks during the season. However, even the worst season has some highlights, and so it was for the Cleveland Browns. They sported wins over division rivals and playoff-bound teams, the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Despite the instability at quarterback, wide receiver Jerry Jeudy had a career year, catching 90 passes for 1,229 yards. Defensive end Myles Garrett was named first-team All-Pro, while Garrett, wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, guard Joe Flacco, and Denzel Ward were all named to the Pro Bowl. Offense. The Browns will begin the season with 40-year-old Joe Flacco as their starter. This is music to tight end David Njoku's ears, as he's been one of the best tight ends in the league whenever Flacco is on the field. If Flacco falters, the team has other options to choose from, including Kenny Pickett and rookie Shedeur Sanders. The team got good news when they found out that rookie running back Quinshon Judkins wouldn't be charged in his domestic assault case. Wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, backed up by fellow wideout Cedric Tillman, provides quality receivers for whoever is under center. All of this will be coordinated by new OC Tommy Rees, who's replacing Ken Dorsey, who was fired following the 2024 season. Defense. The Browns' defense begins and ends with all-world defensive end Myles Garrett. The 6-time All-Pro had his 7th consecutive season with double-digit sacks in 2024 when he had 14. He's expected to receive defensive line support from rookie defensive tackle Mason Graham. Rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger should solidify the linebacking core, while cornerback Denzel Ward holds down the secondary. Coaching. Kevin Stefanski was hired as the coach of the Cleveland Browns following the 2020 season. He had immediate success, going 11-5 in his first season, while also winning a playoff game. That would prove to be his high watermark, as he would only have one winning year over the next 4 seasons. The NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. To that end, if it was simply about developing quarterbacks, either Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel will begin the season as starting quarterback. However, after only 3 wins last season, Stefanski's job is on the line, and he's under pressure to win now. Otherwise, why else would he open the season with a 40-year-old as a starter? Depending on how he handles the quarterback situation that he's facing and how well the team does, Stefanski may not finish out the season as the Browns head coach. Front office. Andrew Berry became the Cleveland Browns general manager following the 2019 season. Let's take a look at how he's done evaluating talent. Some of his good picks include safety Grant Delpit, who was a 2020 second-round pick. Delpit missed his entire rookie season due to a ruptured Achilles tendon. Since then, he's led the Browns in tackles in 2 different seasons. Another good pick, 2023 third-round pick, wide receiver Cedric Tillman, has shown signs of being an impact player. However, he missed 6 games in 2024 season due to injury. Getting running back Jerome Ford in the 5th round of the 2022 draft was a nice pick by Berry. Injuries to Nick Chubb have provided Ford with plenty of playing time. Some of Berry's okay picks include 2021 second rounder Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. While he makes an impact when he's on the field, he struggles to play every game. He's missed 19 games due to a variety of injuries in his career. The one season where he was able to play 16 games, he was named to the Pro Bowl team. As further testimony to his injury issues, he's currently on the PUP list. Some incomplete picks for Berry include 2022 third rounder defensive end Alex Wright who flashed in 2023 when he had 5 sacks in limited duty. However, he's only started 6 games in 3 seasons while missing 14 games in that same time frame. Another pick, 2024 second rounder Michael Hall, after he returned from a 5-game suspension to start last year, started only 3 games and registered only 1 sack. Some straight-up busts for Barry include tackle Jedrick Wills, who was chosen number 10 overall. While he made the all-rookie team, Wills missed 5 games in his first 2 seasons, then missed 21 games in his last 2 seasons. He's currently a free agent who is unsigned. Cornerback Greg Newsome was chosen 26th overall in 2021. He hasn't lived up to his draft position as he only started 3 games in 2024. Quarterbacks also had a 112.5 rating when throwing in his direction. 2021 third-round pick Anthony Schwartz was a flat-out bust. After only 2 seasons, 14 receptions, and 1 touchdown, he was waived. 2022 third-round pick wide receiver David Bell hasn't done much in 3 seasons, starting only 6 games while collecting 41 receptions. He also missed 16 games in 2024 because of injury. 2023 third-round pick defensive end Siaki Ika was a bust as he was released after only 1 season. He was then re-signed to the practice squad only to be released again. We're going to take a time out from our story to ask you to like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and repeat when it comes to our videos. Now, back to our story. On the free agency side of business, here's what the Browns front office has done since 2020. 2020 free agent signee tackle Jack Conklin has been a good signing, as he's twice been All-Pro. He's missed a lot of games though, 35 in only 5 seasons. In his 1 season in Cleveland, linebacker B.J. Goodson led the Browns in tackles. Some of his okay signings include safety John Johnson, who was pretty good for the Browns in 2 seasons, finishing second in tackles in 2022. However, he was cut following the end of that season. Linebacker Anthony Walker led the Browns in tackles in his first season with the team, but injuries slowed him in his next 2 years, and Cleveland then let him walk in free agency. Quarterback Jameis Winston turned out to be a necessary signing for the Browns, if not exactly a good one. He initially sparked the team when he took over from the injured Deshaun Watson, and they began showing signs of life on offense. Eventually, though, Jameis began doing what Jameis does, and he was benched. The team allowed him to walk after the season. Incomplete grades for Barry include wide receiver Jakeem Grant signed a 3-year deal to bring his Pro Bowl return skills to Cleveland, but he never played a down in the regular season for the team. He suffered an Achilles tendon tear in his first season, then a ruptured patellar tendon in his second season, and was released following the 2023 season. Bad moves on Barry's part. The Browns bought high when they signed tight end Austin Hooper in 2020. Fresh off a 75 reception, 787-yard, and 6 touchdown stat line in only 13 games of the Atlanta Falcons in 2019. Sadly for the Browns, the stats from his 2 seasons with the team combined were basically the same as his final season in Atlanta. Hooper was cut by the Browns after those 2 seasons. Troy Hill was a bust after signing a 4-year deal with the Browns. After only 1 year, where he just started 4 games, he was traded away to the Los Angeles Rams. Having said all of that about Andrew Barry's performance as GM, the overarching move of his entire time in that position is the trade that he made for quarterback Deshaun Watson. In it, the Browns gave the Texans 3 first-rounders, a 3rd-rounder, and a 4th-rounder. On top of that, Barry signed Watson to a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract. Of course, a fully guaranteed contract in the NFL is a big deal. Add to that the fact that Watson had to serve an 11-game suspension before he could play a single down for Cleveland. In exchange for all of that, the Browns got a quarterback who's only played 19 games in 3 seasons. And when he does play, he's been awful. Ugh. Honestly, I'm surprised that Andrew Berry still has a job, as his track record has been terrible. I would say his job is at stake, but believe it or not, he just signed a contract extension in 2024. Hopefully for the Browns and their fans, now the team actually has first round picks again, Berry's able to make good use of them. Prediction: the Cleveland Browns will finish the season with a 4-13 record. Despite the record, Stefanski will show enough rapport with his young quarterbacks to earn a return as head coach in 2026. The question on a lot of people's minds, what people want to know is Shedeur Sanders going to get to play this year? Is he going to get to start this year? My prediction is he will be starting by October 19th. There's absolutely no way they're going to start him in the first 5 games. The Browns' schedule is pretty rugged. They start out with the Bengals, then the Ravens, then the Packers, then the Lions, then the Vikings, then the Steelers. They're not going to do that to him. What they will do is give him a week's preparation, and he'll be starting in the Dolphins game. Let's just lay everything on the table here. This is a lost season for the Cleveland Browns if they continue to use Joe Flacco as their starting quarterback. How many games realistically do they expect to win with a 40-year-old quarterback as their starter? And not just because of his age, but because of his inconsistency. They already went through this last year with Jameis Winston. Joe Flacco is basically an older, taller version of Jameis Winston. You're going to get great games where he looks like he's one of the best in the NFL. Then you're going to get other games where you wonder, is he colorblind? Why is he throwing the ball to the other team? And you're going to wonder why he's a starter in the first place. The prediction is Shedeur Sanders will be starting by week 7 versus the Miami Dolphins in Cleveland. There it is. Do you think the Browns will win more games this season than the 3 that they won all of last year? Who should start the season at quarterback for the Browns? Will Kevin Stefanski get another season as head coach? When exactly will Shedeur Sanders get his first shot at starting, and how many games will he play during the season? What quarterback will start the most games? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you all for checking out our video. We appreciate you spending time with us, and we'll be coming out with our review and preview of the Dallas Cowboys next time, so come back and check us out. Thanks again, and see you soon.